So Giglio does what he tends to do every so often, piss off fans. Although you have a tendency to piss off North Carolina fans more than any other fan base.
There's a predisposition there, yes.
You have a gift.
I don't know if that's one of them, but
No, that's a gift. You know the exact way to bother North Carolina fans in a way that I'm not even sure I'm capable of doing. Do you have a theory as to why that is, Joe?
I do, but I'll share that with you at a later date. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
That will be a shot of Joe to go one day.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think
it requires a lot of ego. A lot.
What do you mean a lot of ego?
It requires a lot of ego.
Your ego?
Yes.
That's saying something.
I know.
That's impressive. That it requires more ego than you currently have?
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Okay.
How do you quantify that?
By like Joe said, that the hate.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So on Saturday, after what had happened between Leaky Black and Terquavion Smith, we all know what happened. We all saw it. Everybody's good, so we can all kind of look back on it a little more level-headed. It's fine. You tweeted out a photo of Ethan Raggi. For those who do not know who Ethan Raggi is, he was a player for Creighton, and he is most associated with North Carolina fans as the guy who ruined their championship window. What was it, 2012?
2012.
When they had Kendall Marshall, John Henson. Who else was on that squad?
Oh, Harry Barnes.
That's right, Harrison Barnes. So this was a team that legitimately had a chance at winning a title, but injuries got the best of them. John Henson was already hurt going into that game, and their matchup against Creighton, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here when I say Creighton was certainly, I don't want to say targeting John Henson, but they weren't really all that concerned if it aggravated his own injuries, right? And then Ethan Raggi was the one. There was a wink at some point.
Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. I don't remember any of the reaction or the circumstance.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So to finish up the context of who Ethan Raggi is, Raggi was a guy who came down hard on an already physical chippy game, came down hard on Kendall Marshall, and busted his wrist, and that was pretty much it.
It was a foul. Marshall was going to the basket. Yeah. That's the thing that's been misremembered in all of this. Mm-hmm. And that's all I did was I went back and looked at the foul. I didn't look at the whole context.
Yeah.
That would absolutely be a dog whistle to Carolina fans.
So you tweet out this, you didn't know it would be a dog whistle?
Not to the extent.
Wow.
Not to this extent, no.
Okay, so you were covering State in 2012, right?
The game was in Greensboro.
But you
so
weren't
I wasn't there. We were all in St. Louis, though, when Stillman White had to play point guard.
So you tweet out the photo when Terquavion Smith gets hurt, and why again? Why?
Because in my head, the foul, whether it was not directed at Leaky in terms of it's similar to Raggi, except in this sense. If Smith was hurt, if he had broken his wrist or broken his elbow, which it appeared to, there appeared to be a break there, if you will.
Yeah.
Then in my opinion, NC State's season would be over.
Okay.
Just as the same way when Kendall Marshall broke a bone in his hand, their Carolina season was over.
Gotcha. On Twitter, there's not a lot of room for nuance, right?
There is not. And again, in all sincerity, I did not realize the wink and the reaction of Creighton's bench, apparently. And the players were almost celebrating that Marshall had, I don't remember any of that portion of it, in all sincerity.
Got it.
To me, it was a straight line comparison, which I did on Shout Out Joe to Go, which you can catch on our YouTube page. It was basically, hey, just like 2012, if Smith's hurt, State's season's over.
Okay. Got it. And look, this is coming from somebody who will send a risky tweet out every so often. Like, I know what I'm getting myself into, so I didn't realize, whether you knew all the things. That's why I was curious.
No, but there's also the other part of it is how much Carolina fans love Leaky Black.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, Leaky Black falls in the line of a guy who you didn't expect to be here a long time, right? In a lot of ways,
you got the COVID year.
You get the COVID year, right? But what I'm getting at is it's almost like the 16-17 season where there was a core group of guys that stuck around with Roy Williams, and Leaky Black is like one of the last pieces of that, by the way.
I will say this, though, in my defense. If Smith had broken his wrist or broken his elbow, State fans would look at Leaky Black the same way that Carolina fans look at Ethan Raggi.
Yeah.
Because of it's the end of the season.
I would have gone more Gerald Henderson.
But Gerald Henderson, in my opinion, actually blatantly elbowed Tyler Hansbrough.
No, that's
when you
fair.
actually go back and look at the Raggy foul, it's a hard foul, but it's not what Carolina fans remember it to be.
So you tweet that out. I texted you, bro. Like, do you hate your timeline?
Correct.
Like, you're setting fire to your timeline. What's
I
wrong
did.
with you?
I did.
I'm sure I wasn't the only person who texted you, by the way, after you tweeted that out.
Well, I had 2 Carolina fans just be like, I don't know why Carolina fans hate you the way that they do, but it is truly off the charts.
It's intense.
Yeah.
So, like, one guy posted a photo of your house.
Well, yeah, let's not talk about that because there is some legal action that we're going through right now for that part of it. There's a serious part of this, of course, but
I reported that tweet.
There's a non-serious part of it. So let's just do the non-serious part.
Okay. Or the sentient seafood shack that also tweeted at you too.
Well, that'll be the kicker in this little exercise here.
So we had Julie back in the sales area read some.
Julie is a Carolina fan.
She's a Carolina fan. Yeah. Some mean tweets. Here they are.
Literally, shut up. It's absolutely baffling to me. Someone thought giving you a radio show was a good idea.
Yeah.
Bless your heart, Giggles.
Well, we know what that means.
Desperate appeal for relevance. Sad. Grow up. Clown, be better.
Clown was popular.
This is why nobody likes you.
Oof.
Giglio is definitely full of.
Nice shout out.
good.
What a
Oh.
Hold that L, bag. You are trash, Joe. Dude, don't be a piece of human garbage.
Ouch. It was a picture.
Seriously? Go yourself, Joe.
Whoa. Wow.
F you, Giglio.
Whoa.
When you die alone, crying, wondering where everyone is, remember this tweet.
That was the money shot from the Baltimore Seafood Company.
Yeah, that was from the sentient crab shack.
Yeah.
Who's come after me for like out of nowhere? Like I don't even tweet at that crab shack, and they just came after me.
When you die alone. You tweeted I would love to explain to like that guy's wife. Well, what did he do? Well, you see, he tweeted this picture of a player. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, did he like curse at you? Did he like make fun of you? Did he say something about me?
Nope.
No, it was just a picture of a player. Oh, and you want him to die alone?
Sir.
Oh.
This is a crab house. Like, that's big, sir. This is an Arby's energy coming from that place, man. But whatever.
Clown was very popular, yes. And the other one that was completely beeped out that was related to cats. Yes.
See.
Also very popular.
I see. Are you going to do it again?
Not Ethan Raggy. No.
You're going to find a new way to go about it?
No, that's also the thing. I wasn't, again, underestimated the venom towards Ethan Raggy. Okay? You got to try to understand, like, North Carolina's Roy Williams won 3 national championships. Mm-hmm. Okay? If I were a fan of North Carolina, I would probably still have a little bit of afterglow, if you will, from some of those titles.
No, but
like,
you want to win more.
Yeah, but I also didn't realize, like, how much also they hate Kentucky, so they refuse to kind of acknowledge that they weren't going to beat Anthony Davis in that team in 2012 anyway.
You don't know?
Sure.
You don't know? It's crazy things that can happen. Nobody thought that Carolina could go to the finals last year.
It's true.
Strange things happen. You know what my favorite part about all of that was over the weekend? And into Sunday, into a little bit Monday, because the Twitter algorithm is changed now. Like, the worst thing that's happened to that app is you get that stupid For You tab, which now feeds your sugary junk food into timelines that they don't belong. Like, I've seen an uptick in people who don't follow me responding to things, which tells me, the Elon algorithm is working. It's feeding you stuff to make you mad. Got it. My favorite part were the people who either tweeted at me or emailed me.
Oh, wanted you to like come and scold me.
Right. Like, okay, you're going to let your co-host do? I'm not his dad. Okay. It was like big go to your room vibes coming from some people. And this triggered me because this, again, is another example where suddenly I find myself being the good cop. And this, I don't know what to do in these situations.
Yes.
I don't know what to do in these situations.
But every time we interact with Chris Beard.
Yeah, if we talk to Chris Beard, then I'm the bad cop. But the point is that in a weird sort of flip, since we've been doing the show, I've suddenly found myself being the good cop more often than not, and I don't like it. I don't like it. That's not my brand, Joe. So I got people coming at me saying, like, oh, man, how could Joe do that? What are you going to say to him? I'm like, he's a grown-ass man. If you got a problem with what Giglio said, you take it up with Giglio, okay? Because this used to bother me all the time. Back when Gold and I would do the show, I'm not going to name names, but I know people at universities that would text Gold issues with me. You got my number? You got my email? If you got a problem with what I said, hit me up. Or when you see me in the press room, talk to me about it. Because you know who doesn't go to the press room anymore in college? Gold! And I'm not saying it as a knock. Gold, you can find him in the hockey press room, all right? You got a problem with me? Take it up with me. He ain't my dad. But it was funny. He's like, oh, yeah, they wanted me to, like, tell you, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, tell them to talk to me. So I'm getting this. I'm like, oh, God. Am I Gold now? That's gross.
You are trash, Joe.
Yeah, now I feel like trash. Gross. Don't make me feel like that again, people. I hate feeling like that. Anyway,